Hello and welcome to Long's Toys. I have a Shuriken Sentai Ninninger review for you today. This is Surfer Maru. I know this guy did come out a little bit ago. I've had kind of a backlog, and he was in my private warehouse at HobbyLink Japan, and I was waiting for some other stuff to make it kind of worth shipping a nice big package, so finally getting to this guy, but I like him a lot. I really like his color scheme. I think the purple is pretty cool. It's definitely a color we haven't really gotten for Mecha in this line yet, so that's always nice. You can see he can combine with Shuriken and also with, wow, I'm blanking on his name. So it's Bison King. Wow. Okay, so there you go. I kept wanting to think Rodeo Maru, which is technically not wrong, but Bison King. Alright, so we'll go ahead and get this guy out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here's everything you get in the box with Surfer Maru. You can see you get the Shuriken core, as well as the Shuriken. I like the logo up here, I think that's pretty cool. Otherwise, it's mostly just this kind of burgundy purple color, or maybe a plum. I'm not really sure what color purple you would call this, but if someone else would like to weigh in, please register your thoughts in the comments below. But you can click this in and twist it, but you know it's not a Ninninger Shuriken, so it doesn't make any sounds when you clip it on. It only goes by the button in the back. I like the music it plays. So as you can see, I really like this kind of like shark mouth. I think that's really neat. And I love the green eyes look great with the purple. It kind of reminds me of Epion from Gundam Wing. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but the purple and the green eyes, it looks really cool. And I love the kind of shark teeth mouth that it's got. No lights because it is an Otomonin Shuriken, so just sounds. But all in all, I think it's a pretty cool Shuriken. Putting that to the side for a second, these are kind of the two main components of Surfer Maru. You have the robot here. I love the head sculpt. I think that's really cool. He's got like a little snorkel. And he's got the blue eyes, which look good with the purple. Nice gold detailing here. So that's pretty much the robot. There's not a whole lot to it, but I think it looks pretty good. I really like the head sculpt. That's my favorite part. He can bend at the waist and at the knees, obviously, so he can sit in Shuriken, and his arms can move around. And his head actually can swivel from side to side, which is a nice touch. So this big piece here, if you flip it open, to me it almost looks like a cell phone. Flip it open, and it becomes the surfboard. This piece on the back can spin. I'll show you why later on. Now if you take a look here, you can see there's little pictures. This obviously has a picture of Surfer Maru. This is where you connect him to the surfboard. Right here is where you connect Bison King, and then right here is where you connect Shuriken. So they do have little pictures on there to label where each piece is supposed to connect. So if you take him, you can stand him just like this if you want. Just connects right on. I don't know why it's having me trouble here. Oh, I see. The directions do recommend that you kind of crouch him so he kind of looks like he's surfing. And I guess that makes more sense when you go to connect him then. He's crouching forward, and then you can turn his head to the side so that he's looking forward. And then, hooray, he's surfing. And it rolls very well, I have to say. It really does roll very nicely. And I think it looks great. I mean, it's definitely a massive surfboard, but that's because it's going to connect with the other mechas we'll see later on. But I think this looks really cool. It's so goofy. This whole line has just been about, you know, crazy stuff all over the place. We've had an elephant, we've had a UFO, and now we have a surfer guy. It's just crazy fun. I really like it. I'm having fun with it. So the other thing you can do, if you take this and bend the head all the way back until this piece will come up, which almost kind of looks like a drone head or something, and then you can rotate the arms all the way back, and then rotate the legs straight back and flip up the feet. So just like that. Take your surfboard cell phone, close it up. Go ahead and you can see there's two connectors there and two connectors here. And then there's also a connector on the bottom that'll snap in. And then there's a set of wheels under here that you pull out. And then there you go. Oh, I'm sorry, you also connect the Shuriken to the back, just like that. And this is kind of his submarine mode. This can spin like a turbine. You can just spin it by hand. The wheels don't spin it. I thought it was like a deal where if you moved it forward, it would automatically spin this, which would be cool, but I understand there's not really room for those mechanics in the surfboard. So you just spin it by hand. It just moves like, you can move it like a rotor. Otherwise, this also rolls very well. And I think this is kind of cool. It's just a goofy little submarine mode. But I like it. I think it's pretty neat. So we'll move on and we'll take a look at... I guess first we'll take a look at the Shuriken in the Ninja Ichibanto. Alright, so we have the Ninja Ichibanto. If you go ahead and pop this on. And then we're going to call... I guess the first thing you would... I think then you hit this. I think that's actually the wrong one. I think that one you would use with the blue one. I never remember the order, but here you go. Press this. So that's how they call this Surfer Maru. Basically, as you guys know, the sounds are in this. The sounds that are in this, you just have to line them up. You know, this does not cause sounds in the other or anything like that. It's not a reader or anything like that. It's just the trigger hits a button underneath, which hits the sounds in this. So now if I did this one... So they kind of line up, but the sounds towards the end play over the kind of Hawaiian music in this one. So that's really it. I mean, to me, you don't get a whole lot of playability with this and this. Just if you wanted to put this one in and you have the right sound lined up or queued up, and then you can hit this, and then it'll say Surfer Maru like they're calling the Surfer Maru. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It would be awesome if this had some kind of reader and it could tell what this was and that made different sounds in this. But I understand that technology would be probably a lot more expensive and it would be more intricate. So it is what it is. Alright, so combining Surfer Maru with Shuriken is probably no surprise. It's pretty much the same way you connect everybody else. Go ahead and remove the Shuriken head. And my batteries finally died. Makes me very sad. But anyway, then you're going to go ahead and take Shinobi Maru out of here. Slide him right out. Take off the dump Maru arm and pop that on the back. Real simple like that. I'm going to kind of lean him back a little bit because that arm makes him very back heavy. Go ahead and convert Shinobi Maru to an arm. Which I'm just kind of doing quick off camera because we've all seen it before. Pop him on as the other arm. Going to take this guy. Put him in his standard sitting pose that everybody else sits in. Slide him back in. He pops in. Get the controls in his hand, which are a little easier said than done. I don't know. I like these controls, but at the same time, sometimes they're more of a pain than they're worth, in my opinion. One second. Okay, finally got him in there with the hands on the controls, which is a little bit of annoying, but got it done. Then you go ahead and take your Shuriken, flip out the really cool shark face, and plug it in. So I really like the kind of Hawaii surfer music that it plays. I think that's really cool. If you really wanted, you could kind of have him like holding up his board like he's getting ready to head to the beach. Or, as I showed you earlier, there are pictures on the board. So this is the Shuriken port, which we will flip out and then just go ahead and plug onto the bottom of the feet. And then there you go. He has a surfboard, rolls very well. He looks kind of silly, but I like it. He's just on a surfboard. Now, I mean, it's not the most secure. Like, if you pick it up like this, it's probably... because it only connects on one foot. I kind of wish it connected on both feet. But it is what it is. I think it looks pretty cool. I like that a lot. He doesn't really have a weapon the same way that like UFO Maru and Pound Maru had. Because he has the surfboard. That's kind of his weapon. You know, he surfs around, hits somebody in the face with it. I guess, like I said, he could hold it and wield it as just a kind of a big club or something, I guess. I don't know. But we'll go ahead and take a look at his functionality with Bison King. Alright, so with Bison King here, you're just going to go ahead and take off the Shuriken and Rodeo Maru. You can really just take off both pieces, put them to the side. You're going to take this guy and kind of put his hands at like a 45-degree angle, and you're also going to push his head in so that it's all flat, just like that. Then you can kind of, you don't have to push the feet in, but put that down like that. And then this guy's just going to clip on top here. Now, there's really no way to make his feet kind of lie down like Rodeo Maru's do, but this isn't really any more in the way than the rest of this piece is. You know what I mean? Like if you have it on a bookshelf, it's pretty much the same. So I just leave it out. Then you can go ahead and connect the Shuriken. So that is the one bummer. It does not know who it's connected to. It just knows that when the pin is pushed in, when it's connected on top as a hat, it plays the one jingle. So even though it's connected to Bison King, it's going to say Shuriken, and there's unfortunately no Bison King sound. We're going to come back to here and pull out this tab for Bison King. And then you just bring underneath here, plug it in, and there you go. I think he fits on the surfboard a little bit better than Shuriken does, just because his legs are kind of broader and a little bit closer together. So, but again, it rolls very nicely. So you have a crazy Surfer Maru Bison King on a surfboard going crazy. And I think the purple's kind of a wacky color with the rest of the brown, but so was the light blue. So I think it works. It looks fun. So I have to say, I think this guy is a lot of fun. I mean, he's definitely off the wall, a purple surfer guy slash submarine kind of thrown into the already random hodgepodge of mecha we have for this line. But to me, it works. It's just fun. I mean, they've obviously just said, look, we're going crazy. We're going to have fun. It doesn't matter. So just sit back and enjoy. Don't expect there to be any kind of real cohesion. But I mean, it's a little surfer robot with a giant surfboard. I mean, what's not to love? I think that's crazy and fun. Another thing I did notice, which I didn't really point out in the surf or submarine mode, when you kind of bend this stuff out of the way and pull this back, you can see that there's white on the top of the hips that sync with some white on his kind of crotch area, and that makes kind of like a angry mouth with teeth. And then I guess this is supposed to be like blue eyes, so it kind of makes almost like a little shark or sea creature motif for the front of the submarine, which I think is pretty neat. I didn't mention that earlier, but I did want to mention it because I do think it's pretty cool. I think the amount of detail on this guy is nice. I mean, the surfer mode is crazy and the submarine mode is crazy, but then he also combines with Shuriken and Bison King. So there's some nice playability out of this guy, especially a little bit more than some of the other Otomonin we've kind of gotten on this, like, you know, additional Otomonin sideline. I definitely like the Shuriken that comes with it. I love this face. I like the color scheme. I wish there were lights, but I understand why there aren't. And yeah, so I think I definitely recommend this guy. I think he's a lot of fun, especially if you've been collecting Ninja mech up till now. There's no reason to pass on this guy. I think he's great. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like and share this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Surfer Maru from Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, and thanks for watching.